Okay, let's play the Steven Crowder video. Go to the reaction and let's play the Steven Crowder video.
This one.
So this is somebody that's definitely not a simp. You can't click it from there.
This the one right here. Yeah, you dumb.
All right, play the video of somebody that's not a simp. Oh, first of all, let me give context. Go to, you ain't got to go nowhere, but just hit the right camera. Okay, for context, guys, Steven Crowder. This is the guy that does Change My Mind. I've loved his content. I'm so confused at what's going on here. So we're gonna get all the bros, get their opinion on it, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I looked at it once and I saw Candace Owens' reaction to it. I just want to see what's going on. But yeah, so he has had a divorce. 10 years. He's doing really well for himself financially, and still something like this happens, and it's scary, right? So that's why I want to make sure that, hey, I'm doing everything I need to do to keep this from happening. So I don't know. We're gonna get into it. Is he tripping right here? There are things he's doing wrong that caused this after 10 years for there to be a divorce, like, because I don't want that. I want to do everything right, and I want to make sure that I'm right, and I want to make sure I pick the right person. So let's get into it. You can play the video, bro.
Reaction, right?
Yep. And guys, if you can't hear it, please let me know. I think the audio is good though, but
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood
let's
pellets.
turn it up a little bit. You know where the
I know
volume
it's
is?
unreasonable.
You can turn up on the video probably just a
How
little
about
bit.
you first? Hillary, how do you respect a man? Yes. How do you man? How do you man receive love from that?
Respect.
No. How do you man?
You can move the mouse down some.
So you're not taking love.
Steven,
You're
this
not
is
taking
Oh, hit reaction, bro.
You are not
then I
taking
will ask them to put me down.
Dang.
Would you like
Start it
to-
over because nobody can see that.
Steven.
Get an Uber.
Go to the
Okay,
beginning of the video.
And I'll have to
All the way.
Because if you
No.
refuse
Just the
to do
beginning of the
wifely
reaction.
publicly that he did not watch because how emotional.
Right there.
Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request,
Steven,
but I'll go do it.
kindness.
How about you first?
Steven,
Hillary, how do you respect a man? Yes. How do you man? How do you man receive love from that?
Respect.
No. How do you man? No, you're not taking love.
Steven,
You're not taking a car.
Steven,
You are not
then I
taking
will ask them to put me down. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
Is that respect, Steven?
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either. Do
Steven,
you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven,
And making it work easier. The only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
we are at a good pass.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Steven,
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up some.
Are you looking for more in this world?
I'm sorry, guys.
Are you ready for something?
Hit the skip whenever it. Why? Yeah.
don't give up, Steven.
Hillary,
Steven,
you give up so easily.
I'm-
I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at a good pass, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Watch it.
Oh.
I'll go, I'll get what you need me to get.
Beeped it out.
And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone as you need, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
As a
As a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll get text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
All
I
right.
need to
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
All right. Go to the main. To me. Or the main. Sorry. Yeah. So
He doesn't put his hands on her, does he?
No. He never did anything like that. They did say he got louder. There was some report of him getting louder. Guys, if you see it, what are your comments on the video? Because I'm thinking this is some difficult conversation that they just cannot see eye to eye. Like they're just in two totally different headspaces with it. I'm not gonna speak too much on it. I want to know what you guys think first, because that's really literally that's most of the video. There's a little bit more, but it's just it's pretty much the same. You just walk inside,
I mean, I think in that instance he was extremely heated and frustrated. At that point, if I'm that mad and I have a wife, I wouldn't even be talking to her at that point. I'd go somewhere and I'd chill out first, because it sounds like she sounds scared too. She sounds emotional. She sounds scared. She just want to go, because that's that's why he's like, call the Lyft, call the Uber. Can I see the car? Because she feels by his attitude and whatnot. And so man, I don't. It's crazy. I just say, if you're ever that mad, just go spend time alone. Go somewhere else, and wait till you cool down, and you can actually talk to her about these things, or these tough conversations. You don't want to do it when you're filled with emotion, because it can come out wrong, and you can outlast. You can say something you don't mean, because you're just in the moment and your feelings, and it's just so escalated and high. So
yeah. What you think about it, Mike?
I say, from being married before, in that situation, because it happened a lot. Feel me? Me personally, I don't know fully the whole thing. That's my first time seeing the video. But I say, for one, she's pregnant. So now how you dealing with emotional?
I didn't know she was pregnant in that part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can see in the video. I forgot to mention that she is pregnant.
But she pregnant. So from my understanding, having kids with a woman that's pregnant, they're already crazy. Two, you can't win with a woman that's not.
Yeah,
you
you
can't
right.
even. You can't win with a woman anyway, and they not pregnant.
Yeah.
So if she's pregnant, just let her have it. Now at the same time, though, she's pregnant. So I don't know if I'd be like, yo, you gonna get to drive the car. You know what I mean? Because I got to keep an eye on you. Me personally, I'd have to get out my feelings. Like, yo, we got to figure something out, because you're not going nowhere by yourself. And
you could turn the volume down a little bit on the.
This.
Oh no, I'm tripping. You just did a YouTube video. You're good.
So that's why I stand. Well, more or less, for one, she's pregnant. Two, he looked a little agitated. Me personally, when it comes to marriages, I stay out of it, because for one, we don't know the little details. We just going off of what we see, and I don't think it was that bad. Now, yeah, he's saying what he's saying to her about no loving, that she don't love him.
We don't do wifey things anymore.
Yeah, you feel me? Again, both of them any feelings. So yeah, I stay out of it. I ain't really got too much to say, because he didn't put his hands on her. And again, if he put his hands on her, they married. What can we do? Realistically, what can we do?
But it's is it a problem though? We're just kind of
is it a problem?
Obviously,
I think
he
if
put
that
his
is
hands on her. You know what I'm saying? That would be.
if that is a problem, that is a problem that can be fixed. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's
No, I'm
It's
saying if
not-
he put his hands on.
Even
her.
if
if he put his hands on her,
Yeah. Because he was saying we don't speak about that, but that's something that
you that's a problem that can be fixed.
we
You
we
can come back.
we
from
might
that.
not be able to do anything about it, but yeah,
What
we
you
can say
say
it's
to him?
definitely a problem.
I mean, at the end of the day, what you gonna say, bro? Don't put your hands on your wife. Now now you just became part of their problem, and now you're gonna make the situation worse. There's nothing you can do.
No,
Now,
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it is a problem. We're not gonna say it's not a problem.
it's a problem. Yeah.
It's a problem for sure.
I mean, she a woman, then she pregnant. Yeah, that's you know.
it is it is a dicey situation. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? I get it.
I do think that's something they got to figure out. If he does, that's something they got to figure out in their marriage. It's something you got to figure out with God. Because if you truly love her, I was telling Taiwan this the other day, last week. If you gonna love somebody, you gotta love them from the word, and you gotta love them how the word tells you to love them. And so, with dealing with people, even when when you're married, if your wife not doing what she's supposed to, you still do your part, because you got a commitment. So you're not only doing it to her, but you're doing it under God. You feel me? So you're doing it to love her and to doing how God wants you to do, no matter how she's acting. So if it's a thing of if he's hitting her, I mean, I feel like you could come back from that. Just don't be telling everybody that, because you gonna cause a big scene in the mess. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that probably between y'all or somebody you can really trust.
Hold on, make this clear. We don't support.
Don't
dudes beating on
support
women.
that. Yeah, Of course not. I mean, we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
support
yeah.
sin in general.
Yeah, facts.
So it's so but you do things under God when you're in them heated situations.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
what you know what to do. And so you try to stay calm, cool, and collected. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said he's mad. You go somewhere, come
Yeah.
back. You know,
Yeah.
if she needs to go somewhere, take her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
That's how I feel. Take her wherever she needs.
Yeah.
If you want to go to take her to her parents' house, and you do you. If you gotta go get the steaks, if you gotta clean up the house, she being emotional, pregnant, whatever, do your part. Because at the end of the day, who do we face? Who do we look at? We look at God and we serve Him. We're under Him. So that's who we doing it unto. Of course, I love my wife. I'm doing it for my wife, but I'm doing it for God first. Then it's her, or then it's us.
You giving me a lot of shorts to put up on YouTube, brother. I hope
Oh.
you post them on your page. You're about to get some views because
Oh,
you're saying some facts right now. You letting it be
Oh.
known. I was just like, I was gonna say something. I was like, let me not. He killing it right now.
Oh,
He doing his
that's
thing.
That's just what it is.
I would say yes. I already can tell Steven Crowder can get impulsive because he cares about the truth a lot. And honestly, I'm not no abusive man, but I can be like, oh, I have to just stop and just pull back and be like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. It's not that important. Cool. And then sometimes you just be like, no, I gotta say this because you feel like you want to do that, right?
Yeah.
But abusive is a strong term, I would say,
Yeah,
in
you're
this
right.
video. I would just say, look, bro. And if y'all feel a different way, put it in the comments because we want to hear what y'all got to say about it. But I would just say, like, I just think, yes, he's just being impulsive, but it's like you're around this person all the time. I have seen so much worse. I've seen so much worse. And it's like we don't know the context to the conversation. It's like for y'all to come, and I know maybe I can't wait to, Steven Crowder, so this is what happened. He brought up on his YouTube channel, he said, hey, my wife, we've had a divorce, 10 years of marriage, and, we had a divorce, and she wanted the divorce. So they have other documents that Candace Owen tried to bring up to say that he wanted it, but I don't know how the story goes because, I'm not in a situation, but they put it publicly. So, Steven Crowder said that she wanted the divorce. He said that he doesn't have a problem with her. He says he feels like he picked wrong, but he's not trying to.
Steven said he picked wrong.
He did say he picked wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He said he picked wrong. So he's like, this is my fault because I picked wrong. So that could be shady.
Isn't Steven a Christian too?
Yeah, he's definitely a Christian, in a different sense than us probably, but he's a claimed Christian for sure.
I guess we don't go by like what the Bible says when it comes to divorce and stuff like that. Or unless somebody did do that act.
Yeah. We don't go by the Bible these days. We go by it divorces so, and he spoke about that too. He said, well, by the court system and the way it's set up, divorce is so easy to get passed now. Even if one person wants it and the other person doesn't, it's just gonna happen. So he wasn't for the divorce, and and so Candace Owens said, hey, I don't like Steven Crowder because of the whole controversy with him working with Daily Wire. And they tried to give him $50 million. And he was like, he felt some shady stuff going on with the way the contract was set up. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so ever since then, Candace Owens has been kind of like, all right, Steven Crowder, not really feeling what he's saying. He's coming at us, putting us on blast. Don't like Steven Crowder. So then he talked about his wife, and he said the people that know are getting involved. And Candace Owens was one of those people. So she said, okay, since you're going to put me in the story, now I'm going to talk about it. So, she does her investigation.
Yeah.
You know how she get. So she's talking about this stuff. And she says, well, Hillary Crowder, if you want to come on the show and talk about it, let's talk about it. So she sends that video to Candace Owens. So that's how Candace Owens got that video. And now it's going viral. And now the thing is, anytime you have a camera like that, it's gonna look like you're already kind of getting a bad vibe, period.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning of the footage, you're already thinking like, this is you can give that vibe of abusive because they're in an argument.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna paint it with that just general
You know,
brushstroke. We
it
don't know the
is-
conversation.
It is so funny that you say that because I had a recent similar situation. Not
Wow,
recent. I had a,
Fizz.
oh,
Got a Steven Crowder, Alfonso Crowder.
old
Look at him.
situation with an ex, and it's like you said, you don't know what they was talking about prior. It could have been anything. She could have been going off on him.
Yeah.
And then she want to, tone it down, and then you get to hear his turn. Because I remember in my situation, right, the person was doing like a whole lot of stuff, and so I got mad. And so when I said what I said, somebody overheard me who didn't know what was going on. So I just look like I'm just the bad guy because I got frustrated and I expressed how I felt. And and they just walked in on it. So, I'm looking crazy. Like, like, yo, you gotta chill, you wildin'. I'm like, yo, but you don't know what they did. You just heard me, So
Yeah.
you're right about that. You don't know what she did or what she said. We just got, his energy from whatever was going on. And it is kind of like threatening because, you're a big, strong man, but he didn't put his hands on her. So,
Yeah, and from the video face value, it looks like, hey, he's forcing her to, be submissive and be in a woman role. But it's like to start at the middle of the conversation, it's like
that's kind
we
of
don't
like,
know how it started. Like, why is the
It's-
video starting there?
that's like manipulation. That's manipulation because you're
Yeah.
not seeing the whole story. I can't even tell you what it's really about. I know somewhat about groceries or going to places, but you don't know the full.
Yeah, how many
circle.
conversations have they had? Like, we don't
You-
know.
exactly.
I don't even know what's going on.
She could have hit him over the head. I'm not trying to defend him, but I'm like,
You never know what could happen.
She could have hit him over the head with a bow this morning, and then they could have went outside and tried to talk it out, And so he's just very frustrated, but it's just you don't know. And
She
so
could be trying to leave constantly and not deal with the he's
and
just
then-
like,
and
who
then
knows?
And then he's saying she's not doing wifey things. So certain, I guess, obligations or things she used to do, she's not doing right now. And so it's you don't know what's going on.
She is
so
pregnant,
you can't exactly. So you can't fully speak on what's going on.
Yeah.
I just know he didn't put his hands on her. Yes, he was being aggressive tonally with his tone, but you don't know what's going on.
And
So-
the way you talk in a relationship is totally different than how you express yourself publicly. We can say certain things to each other and we understand, but then he's like, I could see him like, you dropped the hat and you want to just stop just because I said one thing and you want to take it this way. I understand. Steven Crowder, he is very like the way he talks on his show.
Yeah.
He sounds exactly the same
And
on
then
that video.
You gotta,
I'm not even
you gotta,
surprised.
you gotta understand too that that's his wife. So when you're in these heated moments, since he cares about her that much, since this person, I'm with them all the time and I care that much, it's going to get elevated even more. Like if I'm mad at Mike, I don't see Mike every day. Well, we work together now, but I don't see him
Oh,
every day.
Lord.
I don't have to deal
Bless him,
with,
Lord.
you know what I'm saying? And he's not like, he doesn't emotionally affect me how a woman would, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So he's being emotionally affected by whatever she's doing, saying, and vice versa. So you can't, like you said, you don't know the full scope of the situation. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't call it abuse. That's, the media trying to twist it
Yeah.
some, and it's more than likely it's not, because that's what media does. So
Yeah. I mean, obviously, could he have come in a better way? I mean, there's always books to, elevate the way that you come at people. Like, of course, but I do see him trying, really hard not to blow up. You know what I'm saying? He's not putting his hands on anybody. He's, I just don't really care too much for the whole coming at him on some abusive type stuff. It's a little extreme, but yeah, you could say he's got issues that he needs to work out. Cool, that's fine. But just coming at that conversation, that video, and saying this stuff, like,
but
it's
some of the
a little
stuff
extra.
he was saying, because she was talking about getting in the car, and he was like, then I'm gonna be stuck here in a box and I can't do this, do that. So even him being angry, he was still trying to rationalize the situation in some sense. I do see that, because you gotta look and listen to what he's saying. Well, I can't let you get the truck. You can get they got money, so she can call the Uber, and do whatever she gotta, you know what I'm saying? And he still can do what he has to do household wise. So I can understand it to that degree.
Yeah. I think it's just we'll just see what happens, with what else comes out. But let's get to some of these chats. Guys, if you're in the video, if you're in the chat, if you're in the live, please, guys, hit that like button. It's the best way to help the algorithm. We want people to see this video. We want to grow this content. And subscribe if you're feeling it. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're going to be posting more content, more clips, more shorts. And that's helping us, get our subscribers up. And we're going to keep this going.